Coming up a little bit later in Shaw Arts and Entertainment, I'm back at 8th Street Books and Comics, where I'm going to be joined momentarily by owner-manager Pat Thompson. You can tell by his shirt. Free Comic Book Day is once again upon us. This Saturday, May 2nd, is Free Comic Book Day, and this is the place to be. 8th Street Books and Comics. We'll tell you all about Free Comic Book Day a little later in Shaw A&E. And here they all are. Here it is. Here's the spread. Free Comic Book Day 2009. You are watching Shaw Arts and Entertainment. I am your host, Curtis Anderson. Another exciting day here on Shaw A&E. Pat, if there's one day of the year better than Christmas, it's got to be Free Comic Book Day, and it is once again upon us. May 2nd, Free Comic Book Day. Ladies and gentlemen, Pat Thompson, owner-manager of 8th Street Books and Comics. This is the place to be. May 2nd, Free Comic Book Day. I can't contain myself. I'm excited. Pat, take the microphone away. Say something. Free Comic Book Day.
The comics will be free on Free Comic Book Day. On that day, Saturday, May 2nd, everybody that comes into the store gets to take home a free comic book if they want them. Now, you're going to say, Curtis, Pat, are these the junky damn comic books that you don't want in your life anymore?
Pat, I'm skeptical. Are these the junky comic books you don't want anymore?
I knew you'd say that. No, sir. These are amazing comic books. These are provided by the comic book publishers. I want you to know that there are currently more than 7 centimeters of choice and more to come. Okay? Now, you're saying junky.
Yes, Pat. I'm still skeptical.
Do you say junky to the Avengers?
Well, the Avengers sure isn't junky. Ha 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 ha. That's quality, Pat.
This was actually a very good comic book. The art in here is just astonishing. The story, if you haven't been reading Avengers or you haven't been reading anything in the Marvel world for a while, this actually puts you on track and gives you a very, very good comic book story.
I'd like to point out, before the camera started rolling, we didn't talk about making this like an infomercial, but that's what it's become. Let's keep going.
You like infomercials?
What's next, Pat?
Okay, next.
No, not this. Free?
Free. DC Comics' big event for the year is going to be Blackest Night. This is a Green Lantern-based story that's going to go across many of the DC titles.
Well, DC is on a bit of a roll, I understand.
They are indeed, and Green Lantern, starting last year with the Sinestro Corps War, has been putting out amazing comic books. Blackest Night has got all the fans excited about it. This is for people who haven't read any of the Green Lantern and for people who have. This actually will get you right on board what's going on, give you the backstory, but on top of that, it gives you information about what's coming up. Again, beautiful art and amazingly good story.
Let's keep this crazy train going.
Shonen Jump, for those people who like manga. All I can say, well, I'm not going to say more than just all I can say, but what I will say about this, I want you to consider 2 things. Stan Lee, manga.
Really?
Do these 2 things come to mind?
Apparently
together?
they do now.
Stan Lee creates a manga title. He does more than create it. He does the interview that's inside it. Okay. And is the main character, or the creator of the hero and the villain both. He is drawn in as the creator. Honestly, he's in here somewhere. I just cracked myself up when I looked in here and saw Stan Lee as a character in a comic book that he had created. It doesn't get a whole heck of a lot better than that for you manga readers who also want a little bit of North American stuff.
All right. Let's do one more here. Okay, 2 more, because I see the next one coming.
Okay, for kids, Owly. This is a comic book. This has got 3 of the titles by this company in here. Owly is for people who don't read yet. Okay. It's sequential art that tells a story. They're kind of fun. This story was fun. I'm glad I read it. The other 2 in here, for people who read to their kids, the kids will have a lot of fun.
All right, so this one I'm going to pick up for my son. Here's the one I'm going to pick up for me.
25th anniversary, ladies and gentlemen.
Cowabunga.
Except, I think that was only on the cartoon. 25th anniversary of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. All of those things are important. And this is it. This is the story. And you find out in here in 2 essays, or 2 letters written by Eastman and one by Laird about the creation of the Teenage Mutant.
Pretty cool.
They actually never intended it to be a series.
Really?
They just wanted to do a comic. They wanted to do the best comic that they could possibly do, but they just wanted to do one comic book. So this is it. At the end of this comic book, Shredder, the villain, is dead. So people for 25 years are going, hey, you had a great villain. Why did you kill him in the first issue? And they said, we didn't know there was going to be a second issue. Cool. Free Comic Book Day.
We do this each and every year, Pat. It almost fell off. Free Comic Book Day obviously serves 2 purposes. 1, kind of rewards the ongoing comic supporters. And number 2, tries to bring in new fans, or maybe fans who have left the whole comic world and industry. How successful is this? Do you see this working?
In my store, it's really hard to tell. I'm going to put 7, maybe 800 people, maybe more this year, because I've done a significant advertising blitz. I'm going to put 800 or more people through my store on Saturday. we are going to go home tired. The cost of doing this, the sales of the day will not pay for the cost of doing this. Okay, so financially for that day, not going to pay for it. But over the years, you're going to have people coming in who remember getting a free comic book day and want to see what else. Maybe it just reintroduces them to comic books. I'm going to tell you a little story about 2 years ago, free comic book day. This was one of my favorite stories, free comic book day. Grandma and Grandpa came in here with 2 grandchildren. That means they can take out 4 free comics. So Grandma is helping the kids pick out the comics. She gets this one for the little boy. She gets this one for the little girl. She gets another one that she's going to choose, and that's going to be her comic book. It'll be for the little boy or the little girl. I can't remember which. And she goes to Grandpa, hey, I want you to take this one for them. He goes, I don't want to read that one. I want to read this one. Grandpa went out with his own comic book, and the grandkids, they had to share 3. That cheered me up. Not that I'm happy that Grandpa was a little bit selfish there, but the fact that Grandpa wanted a free comic book for himself. And we're talking Grandma and Grandpa, we're talking 70s. Okay? 70-year-old man taking home a comic book because it was free. How can you not think that's cool? Now, I don't remember if Grandpa, Grandma, or the kids ever came and shopped here again. I'm sorry, I won that day. I was the winner.
Okay, free comic book day this Saturday, May 2nd. What time does the store open?
10 o'clock in the morning. Tom Grummett will be here doing sketches.
Tom Grummett.
You forgot that.
I forgot that.
I remembered it.
Almost didn't talk about that.
Tom Grummett will be here from 1 until 5. That's 4 hours. He'll be doing sketches. He'll charge $20 a sketch. Tom will take no money home from that. Okay. You can give money if you want. Say, here, Tom, here's extra money. Maybe he'll take that. But for every $20 he raises by doing a sketch, $40 of that 20 will go to the Friendship Inn as a donation.
There it is.
The Friendship Inn will be out in the parking lot selling hamburgers. Way to go, Friendship Inn. So one of their cooks, these are people who cook professionally, will be cooking your hamburgers. I am rotund. I don't eat a lot of hamburgers. I will occasionally buy a hamburger from one of these raising funds things.
Where's this going, Pat?
I buy 2 when the Friendship Inn sells them. They taste that good.
There you go.
Yeah, you can't beat it. So they're going to be raising money. That's the only place they do that. They don't do fundraising like that anywhere else. So the Friendship Inn here in Saskatoon is going to raise money selling hamburgers. They're going to raise money through Tom Grummett doing sketches. The comic book customers are going to be able to get comics, sketches, and hamburgers. Please do not wrap your sketch in your hamburger in your sketch. Or you can do your free comic. That's what it costs you. But it's up to you. It'll be yours after you leave.
There it is, free comic book day this Saturday. Hit me with a lot of information there, Pat.
Yeah, you can edit like a madman.
Yeah, I'll edit. Probably not. Here it is. I'm excited. Free comic book day this Saturday morning, May 2nd. Tom Grummett. Everything, something for everyone. Thanks, Pat.
Be one of the 800.